What is second house? Okay. Second house. If the first house answers the question, who am I? Then the second house responds with the subsequent grounding query, what do I value? Located immediately after the ascendant, the second house in astrology forms the foundation of the personal chart. It is the domain of the tangible and intangible resources that underpin our sense of security, stability, and self worth. Far more than a simple indicator of wealth, the second house is the inner treasury where we store not only our money and possessions, but also our innate talents, our core values, and the fundamental building blocks of our self esteem. The most straightforward interpretation of the second house is as the house of possessions and resources. Okay, this includes money, income, material assets, and physical belongings. It describes how we earn a living, our attitude towards wealth, and our financial acumen. However, it is crucial to understand that this house governs our relationship with these resources, not merely their existence. A well aspected second house might indicate an easy flow of income or a natural talent for managing finances, while a challenged one could point to a financial anxieties or a tendency towards materialism. The sign on the cusp and any planets within the second house color this relationship. For instance, Taurus on the second house cusp, its natural placement may seek security through slow, steady accumulation, while Sagittarius might view money as a means to fund freedom and adventure. Beyond the material, the second house is profoundly concerned with personal values and self worth. The word value operates here in a dual sense. It refers to our economic valuation of things and, more importantly, to our ethical and moral principles. This house asks what we hold dear. Is it family? Is it honesty? Is it creativity? Is it luxury? These internal values are the compass by which we make decisions, and they are often non negotiable. The condition of the second house reveals how we derive a sense of self esteem. Is our value tied to our net worth, a potential shadow of this house, or is it rooted in a deeper, unshakable sense of our inherent worth? A strong second house suggests a person who knows their value and invests in things that align with their principles. This house is also the repository of our natural talents and abilities. These are the innate gifts we are born with, the resources we possess within ourselves. Where the sixth house rules skills we develop through work and service, the second house governs our raw, inherent capacities. A musician with a gift for perfect pitch, or a writer with a natural affinity for language, often has telling planetary placements here. These talents are personal resources that we can bank on, develop, and ultimately use to generate both tangible and intangible wealth. Recognizing and cultivating these innate abilities is a primary function of the second house journey. The relationship between the second house and its opposite, the eighth house, okay, creates a critical axis of exchange. The second house is personal resources, my money, my values, my possessions. The eighth house is shared resources, okay? Taxes, debts, inheritance, and the assets of others. This axis governs all forms of give and take, from intimate financial partnerships to the very cycle of death and rebirth, where energy and matter are transformed from one state to another. Okay. Our personal sense of value, second house, directly impacts and is impacted by our deep, often psychological engagements with others, the eighth house. Okay. In conclusion, the second house is the astrological anchor of our material and spiritual existence. It is the internal fortress where we assess our worth, store our treasures, and cultivate our innate gifts. It asks us to define what is truly valuable to us, separate from societal expectations or external pressures. To understand the second house is to understand the foundation upon which an individual builds their security and self esteem. It is not about greed, but about grounding, the process of determining what we need to feel substantiated, secure, and valued in a vast and often unpredictable world. It is the I of the first house stating with conviction, this is what I have and this is what I am worth. Thank you for watching my video on the second house, and we'll see you in the next one.